Okay, so for problem 8.7, the ballistic pendulum, we're asked to about a ballistic pendulum, and it's a system for measuring the speed of a bullet. The bullet with a mass m, b, no expression, no numbers are given to us. We're just asked to find it in a purely expression form. So the bullet with a mass B is fired into a block of wood with mass W suspended like a pendulum. The bullet makes a completely inelastic collision with the block, becoming embedded in it. After the impact of the bullet, the block swings up to a maximum height given the values. So now, given the values, the height, the mass of B, and the mass of W, how can we find the initial speed of the bullet? What becomes of its initial kinetic energy? So now they're basically asking us to find an expression to find the initial speed of the bullet, the initial velocity basically. Alright, so let's start from here. We know that the momentum of the initial and the final is conserved. So they're going to equal each other, and we've been seeing this a lot. Now, to find the speed of the bullet, right? We just do this. The mass is going to be equal to the mass times the velocity, right? This is just the momentum is going to be equal to the mass of B plus the mass of W times the velocity, right? Now, to find the velocity of the bullet, the initial speed, this is the initial. We just have to solve for it, and we get you solve for this, and you was just dividing this to the other side, and you get this. This is your expression to finding that. Right? So now we're left with that. Now we know that the kinetic energy and is half of the mass B of mass W times V squared. We know that, and we know that the potential energy is going to be equal to MBW, the mass B, plus MWGH, right? Now we equal those to each other, and the MB and the MBW is going to cancel out, and we're left with just this. The velocity is going to be equal to, it comes from this by the way, is going to be equal to the square root of 2GH. So that's interesting. Now if we plug this in back to the equation we got here, we got before right there, this one that we ended up with, we plug that in, and with this we get the full expression. The velocity of the bullet is the mass of B plus the mass of W divided by the mass of B times the square root of 2GH. And what this is basically, what happens with the kinetic energy, basically because of this, it's going to be lost, because all that energy goes into the wood, and the kinetic energy is lost into other internal things. That's all.